Norfolk Country Inn has found a way to honor our vets year-round by the Wall of Honor. Students may be aware of some common effects of alcohol, but a shot of reality got up close and personal with some audience members as they talked about the negative impact alcohol can have on their friends and family. Randy Shine has performed in front of many audiences around the nation and recently made a stop here at Northeast Community College. Norfolk's Mike Flood is officially running for governor. Flood will be a candidate in the 2014 election on the Republican ticket. Speaker of the legislature Flood says he didn't know if he had the interest to go forward, but he and his family have decided the time is right for him to enter the race. The current governor, Dave Heineman, cannot request a re-election because of his term limits. Flood made the announcement and kicked off his campaign in his hometown of Norfolk, Nebraska, Monday night. Many Nebraskans showed up at Divots to show their support for Mike Flood, and that's exactly what he's going to need as he begins this long journey to get his name out there. Flood says he may be an underdog in the race because Lieutenant Governor Rick Sheehy already has support from Heineman, but Flood stressed he is not going to be outworked. Flood stated he is going to get out there and meet Nebraskans to get his message across the state. He believes he is the best candidate for the Nebraska governor because of his awareness and experience in the state so far.
You know, when you've been speaker for 6 years through some of the toughest budget times in state history, you get to know firsthand how the state works, how the budget works, what the needs are of the agencies and the citizens. And I think having served in that role and having a front seat for the last 6 years as speaker, I'm ready to do the job. And I think that's prepared me for this next step to seek the Republican nomination for governor.
Flood says his main focus during the campaign is infrastructure in Nebraska, reducing taxes, cutting spending, and developing the workforce. Mike Flood's theme for the race over the next 2 years is vision, purpose, and leadership. I'm James Austin for Hawk TV News. The first annual Divot Celebration of Light display in Norfolk is decorated with more than 85,000 lights. Leaping deer, snowflakes, a nativity scene, and a 30-foot Santa going down a chimney are just a few of the decorations throughout the quarter-mile holiday light drive. The public can tune their personal car radio to 88.9 FM and listen to the Christmas music that is synchronized with the Christmas lights. According to the marketing manager Sarah Gattikin, the 200-foot drive-through light tunnel is the public's favorite part of the display. Gattikin says the celebration of lights is supporting local organizations by showcasing 6 community displays at the end of the path.
So we're asking people to come by the displays and vote for your favorite one by throwing car change in their bucket. And they get to keep the change that they've collected, and the group that has collected the most money at the end of 50 days of our park, Donna, the owner here, will give a $250 donation towards that group too. So.
Gattikin says Norfolk had something similar to this many years ago at the college, and she believes the town is thirsty for something like that again, so Divots decided to bring the tradition back. A lot of time was put into the display as they started working on it in May. There is still plenty of time to enjoy this spectacular celebration of light display, as the lights will be on until January 5th, 2013. The hours for Sunday through Thursday are dark till 9 p.m. and for Friday and Saturday, dark till 10 p.m. The cost is $10 per car, $15 for an activity van, and buses cost $1 per person. The Celebration of Lights display is located right behind the Devent Center on the concert grounds. I'm James Austin for Hawk TV News. Students, faculty, and staff recently filled up the Lifelong Learning Center at Northeast as Career Services held an etiquette dinner. The etiquette dinner here at Northeast Community College was a great opportunity for students to learn dining etiquette in a formal setting. The professional speaker was one of the highlights of the night as she gave tips about conducting yourself in a formal setting throughout the entire 4-course meal they received. The night started off with a mocktail session where they were served cheese, crackers, and a vegetable tray. They then were instructed on how to manage their plate and napkin and still have a free hand to go around and introduce themselves to have that networking opportunity. After everyone had a chance to meet and greet, they then were seated so they could move into the formal dining session where they were provided a soup, salad, entree, and ending with a dessert. The Director of Career Services, Terry Hagemeyer, says this is the first year they offered this event to this level, but she says it takes a lot of planning as they had to make a lot of connections with students and work with the food service. Hagemeyer says the main purpose of this etiquette dinner was all about communication.
In every job, every opportunity, every interaction, our communication is key. And so presenting ourselves in an appropriate manner and in a professional manner in anything that we do. And we learned not only dining tips, but we also learned just communication tips tonight.
A wide variety of tips were provided, including how to introduce yourself and how to make individuals feel comfortable in your presence, and also learning the proper techniques in dining, such as which silverware to use. Hagemeyer believes everyone should learn about dining etiquette sooner or later because you may be taken out by your employer or a partner, and you should be able to sit back and enjoy your meal and feel comfortable doing it. Hagemeyer says she heard great responses from how the etiquette dinner went, so she is pretty sure they will plan to do this again for next year. I'm James Austin for Hawk TV News. Tune to 101 7 o'clock KHWK to hear Leonard Skinner on your rock and roll favorites from the past from 7 until 10 a.m. Have lunch with Taylor Swift on the foot-stomping, heart-throbbing, tear-jerking music from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. Relax with Adele on the best music of yesterday and today from 1 until 3 p.m. Hear your favorites like Katy Perry on today's hottest hits from 3 until 7 p.m. Wrap up your night with Skillet on all the rock you want from 7 until 10 p.m. KHWK and 101 7 o'clock offers you more variety.